All right, welcome everyone to our Pragnya events Oratory Contest, August 22nd. I'm Riya Vaishnav, today's contest master, and glad to be here for the Oratory Contest. Let's get started with today's listing. So first, we will have a welcoming of everyone and a quick judge's introduction who are here today. Our review of the rules and guidelines, timers rules and guidelines, and introduction of our timers, our Zoom system rules and guidelines, and then we will begin our contest and a thank you note at the end. Welcome. We welcome everyone here today who have taken part in participating for the oratory contest by sharing their speech on a certain topic. I mean, it's not easy to do public speaking, so some people might have taken time out of their comfort zone, and we're very glad to have you here today and participating. We also welcome our judges who took their time off to come here today and take part in judging this event. We welcome our judges, Pani Nadine. Ms. Panu works as an IT consultant for Logistics SMB. Music and arts are her hobbies. She also works as a voice artist for local community radio in her spare time. Would Ms. Panu please speak a few words?
Morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be part of Pragna's Oratory Contest, and I'm looking forward to listening to all the wonderful speeches that all the children have to give today. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next judge is Devati Balasubramaniam. Miss Devati comes from Kerala. She lives with her husband and two sons in Frisco, Texas. She has spent a large part of her childhood across various parts of South India. That motivated her to gain cultural access to a huge diaspora of the society. As a child, she felt strongly attached to the expression of speech and always engaged in various competitive rhetorical forms and won accolades. Would Miss Revati please speak a few words?
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me. It's very exciting to see a lot of young talent speak up today and build their expression of speech. I'm really looking forward to the next couple of hours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, next, moving on to our rules and guidelines, one of the most important things. First of all, we will let you know when to start, so please be ready and wait for a go. Participants have to speak on the topic provided. State the third, the speech should not exceed the time limit that is provided. You'll be given a 30 seconds heads up before reaching your time limit. Heads up will be given by our timers, Tanisha Balasubramanian and Jitesh Raghavan. The speaker should memorize their speech. The use of index cards are allowed only for reference of the outline or key points. Reacting and reading directly off note card is prohibited. It may result in score reduction. Next, after saying your speech, we will wait for 30 seconds. We will give 30 seconds to the, we will give 30 seconds for the judges to write down their notes. Next, the next contestant, please be patient and wait for your turn. Do we have any questions on this part? All right, that sounds good. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what if you accidentally pause in the middle of the speech because you just suddenly forgot?
Just keep going. You're gonna do great and you'll build up and you're gonna do better. Any other questions? Okay.
What is the maximum time limit?
The maximum time limit, our timers will talk about that on the next slide. Now we will hand over the mic to Tanisha Balasubramanian to talk about our timers, rules, and guidelines.
Hi, my name is Tanisha. I'm in 6th grade and I'm gonna be one of your time trackers. So you have a maximum of 4 minutes to do your speech. And the minimum time we want you to talk is for 3 minutes. So when you reach the time of 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I will show up this green sign to tell you that you have 30 seconds to finish up your speech. And when I hold up the red sign, it means that your time is up, and then that's it of your speech. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. And our topic questions for age 9 to 12 are: how does technology advances influences? 13 to 16 topic question is: does knowledge of history enrich one's worldview? Yes or no? Now, following that, we have our Zoom system. When it's your turn, make sure your camera and mic are turned on. Contestants are asked to have a good position with a clear view while speaking. Contestants are to speak only when called on. Use headphones or earbuds if possible to reduce any echoes on your end. That's optional. Please mute your microphone if not speaking. Please do not clap your hands while applauding. Microphone may be sensitive. You can snap your fingers or wave your hands as a gesture of applauding. Account for delays in transmission when asking someone to speak. And again, participants are required to speak only when called on. Do we have any questions on this part? Alrighty, let's move on. Speech time. So today, 13 plus age will be going first. We will call on each participant for them to present their speech. When we call on you, wait for go and you may begin your speech. Make eye contact, use hand gestures, and remain calm. Be confident and composed while presenting your speech. Let's begin our contest. Today, first will be Pramod. Do we have Pramod here? All right. Do we have Pavetrashri?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
So am I going first?
Yes.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can. You can go ahead and start.
What is history? Is it the past? Is it the present? Or is it even the future? The truth is, every step we make, each second we speak, and every action we take is history. To tell the history of the world would not take days or years, but centuries, because everything is history. Whether a moment is undignified or potential history is in your hands. It's whether you choose to make it or not. It's your choice, your mind. Saying that your view is not affected by the actions you take is like saying reading doesn't help you gain knowledge. Is it or is it not true that the articles you read and the videos you see daily change your perspective on, for example, a presidential election? The videos you look at might explain how one candidate will change the world in this way, or how one candidate explicitly does not support an important issue. This definitely would change how you view this person. One thing that is very simple is that the past teaches us about the present. You've probably heard this line a lot: learn from your mistakes, right? You've also seen the quote in Lion King said by Rafiki: the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Let that sink in. This is because knowing history not only gives us the tool to analyze and explain past problems, but puts us in the position to see patterns that are invisible to the world in the present. It helps us understand why society and the prefects that have followed through generations and generations. It helps us understand why it is what it is. It gets us a better understanding of the world. It helps us understand ourselves. It helps us to understand others. It gives us a working understanding of change. It gives us the tools we need to be decent citizens. It makes us understand present day issues by asking deeper questions as to why things are the way they are. One thing you can learn from studying human nature is that humans are predictable. Leaders look for power, scholars look for knowledge, and artists look for inspiration. Irrespective of our experiences and unique histories, our brains respond to triggers in a predictable way. Imagine being able to predict how we as humans will react. You probably do that already. Knowing human nature makes it easily predictable how you, your mother, or even a world leader will react. I mean, when your mom, you know that if you do something wrong, your mom's going to kill you, right? This predictability allows us to work smarter, getting quickly to the root cause of the behavior or choices being made. We as humans have a drive towards our goal. It may be unknowingly lurking in the shadows, but it is there influencing our choices and perspectives daily. Predictability is the key to worldview. Whether you see the world as a place thriving with creation and the unknown, or a place of war and despair is in your mind. Now let's go back to the topic. Does history enrich one's worldview? Using our newfound understanding of history and human nature, we can now answer this question. Our worldview is the philosophy of life we evolved to. It is in the stories, the values, and the expectations around us. It is expressed in the religion, the beliefs and ethics, and more. It brings us meaning to our life. And our worldview is based on the history and beliefs we were told to be true. Just imagine how much of the world you can imagine if you knew the history of every civilization, every tribe, or even every human. You would not just be able to understand your worldview, but the ones of everyone around you, bringing you a life rich with emotions and appreciation to everything. So now you tell me the answer. Does history enrich your worldview? Thank you to everyone for your time and patience.
Thank you so much for starting us off with that wonderful speech. Now we will give our judges a few seconds for them to write down their notes.
Yeah, I'm good. This is great.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
All right, sounds good. Let's move on to our next contestant from our 9 to 12 age group, Adna. Do we have Arna here today? All right, let's move on to our next contestant, Ayush. Ayush C.
Hi, my name is Ayush, and my topic is how do technology advances influence us? Can you imagine a life without a computer or an iPad? Technology helps us every day, but there are times when you have to put your computer away. With the coronavirus, you can't see your friends in person, but you can talk to them on Zoom or Google Meet. With this technology, you can talk to your friends or anybody without going to them in person. Also, because of the virus, it's not that safe to go to stores. Amazon and other online stores are the solution to this problem. Amazon, for example, lets you buy things with the click of a button. Wait for a few days, and what you ordered is at your doorstep. Imagine you're going on a vacation. Have you ever wondered where you got the ticket? Probably your parents bought it on the internet. In the olden days, you had to wait in big queues to get your ticket. Now you don't. While technology can be amazing, there are some bad things about it too. Technology can make eyesight really bad because if you look at a screen for too long, it makes your eyes water. Also, if you sit in a bad posture, it will hurt your back. Ever experienced laggy or frozen websites? These problems are the result of unreliable internet. This is very annoying and another reason why technology can be bad at times. Your device or devices are always at the risk of being hacked. When you are hacked, your personal information, such as usernames, passwords, emails, and addresses, etc., are revealed to the hacker. People are always at risk of some random person knowing all their personal information. These are the ups and downs of technology. What do you think? Are these technology influences bad or good? Whatever your answer, know this. Technology can only improve our lives, and you should know when it's time to put it away. Thank you.
Thank you, Aish, for the wonderful speech about technology. We will definitely acknowledge that now. Now we will give our judges a few seconds and please let us know once you're done. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. This is Reva.
Banu here, I'm good as well.
All right, thank you. Do we have Arna ready? Arna ready?
Yeah.
You may start.
Hello, my name is Arna Arkagid, and today I'm going to be talking about how technology benefits us. What is the definition of technology? Well, technology is science or knowledge put into practical use. We use it to solve problems and to create useful tools. We use it everywhere, every day, and almost all the time. Technology has impacted humans in numerous ways, like making us efficient, faster, improving our quality of life, letting us talk globally, and giving us access to information like never before. We are also expanding our horizons to areas like space, environment, medicine, etc., and learning things beyond our understanding. Another way technology is helping us is how this COVID pandemic is here. This technology is used by scientists to create vaccines and to cure this pandemic. Also, we can use technology to Zoom our relatives like I do with my grandparents, relatives, and other people who I know. So that's how a couple of ways technology helps us. But another way is how it helps people who have problems or are disabled in life. There are many ways technology can help them, but here are a few. Technology has made wheelchairs, hearing aids, walking sticks, etc. And these have helped disabled people so much. Without technology, it would be very hard for them in life. We have right now talked about all the pros of technology, but it's not just that. There are also some cons. Some cons is the misuse of technology. Remember that it is us humans that are responsible for the creation and use of technology. For instances, technology can be used for weapons of warfare, cyber crimes, and even terrorism, and these are all very bad. We need to try our best to be responsible and use technology for the greater good. When we do this, people surrounding you in life, maybe your friends, your family, and even you will stay safe. So knowing that, you are always going to be safe. In conclusion, I want to quote the famous Spider-Man who once said, "With great power comes great responsibility." While we are empowered by technology, we should be responsible and use it the right way. This is very critical for our generation, who will be creating and using technology in ways never imagined before. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you, Erna. Wonderfully said. And next, we would have Dhruv Malu go next. So please be ready once we give the judges time to write down their notes.
I'm good, Ria.
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Dhruv, you can start your speech.
Hello, my name is Drew. I'm 11 going to 6th grade at Aviara. I'm going to be talking about how do technology advancements influence us. The other day, my mom got me this water bottle as a gift. Nothing fancy at the first look, but a gift is a gift, so I took it happily and filled it up with water and then put it on my work desk. Every once in a while, it started glowing, which I thought was pretty cool. And it was also satisfying. After a couple of hours or so, my dad comes in and says, "Hey Drew, your mom told me that you didn't take a sip out of your new water bottle yet." That's when I realized it was a $75 smart water bottle and it has been tattletaling on me by sending text to my mom's phone. Ah, I'm in trouble again. My parents proudly call this a parenting automation, but this is just an example of how technology or smart devices have changed the way we communicate, learn, or interact around the world. With the advent of high-speed internet access into every nook and cranny of the world, and with the quick information access, our learning has become more interactive and collaborative, allowing us to have flexibility to work or do schooling from anywhere in the world. We also moved to a new age of consumerism through online shopping. Speaking of shopping, there are new forms of revolutionary digital currencies like crypto and bitcoins, which has completely changed the way we do in financial transactions. Next, the emergence of renewable energy has revolutionized so much in the past decade that now there's a very rapid drop in that production of electricity. Solar-powered houses and electric cars are starting to become a new norm. Coming to health, today technology allows us to optimize health on an individual basis, leading to healthier eating, sustainable humanity. Recent studies have shown that human life expectancy has been increasing beyond hundreds of years. Thanks to advancements in biotechnology, people can now live without skipping a beat by wearing pacemakers. The paralyzed can walk again with robotic legs. So it won't cost you an arm and a leg to take care of your heart. Finally, we are fortunate to live in a world where technology advancements allow us to have so many comforts, which our parents' generation couldn't even dream of. It's important for us to use these advances wisely for the future of living in developing countries, while providing opportunities for economic and social development in countries that have traditionally fallen behind the rest of the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dhruv. The gestures were very well used. Now, next up, we have Ishan, and then we will just give a few seconds to our judges to write down their notes.
Yeah, I'm done. Dhruv, I also agree that the gestures were really very good.
Yeah, great modulation, Dhruv. And yes, I'm done from my end as well.
All right, thank you. Ishan, you may start.
Hi, I'm Ethan. Every evening, I have my dance party and I play videos. That's technology. Computer, that's technology. That's also technology. That's yeah, good job. And I also put videos on the computer and turn on my TV. And do Google. And do okay Google. Then go on to Chris. That's also technology. Okay Google. Okay Google. Okay Google. mean questions. Okay, Google. What is the time? Do it, Isha. Okay, Google. How's the weather? There begins out. There begins out. Hi, everyone.
You can say, what are the other questions you ask Google?
Okay, Google. Play me this song. Okay, Google. When did the song begin? Okay, Google. When did the song begin? Okay, Google. When did the song release?
Let's talk about school.
Go to school, but the book online. I mean, and meet my friends. But in Canada, I go to my friends online, but it's coronavirus. But it's coronavirus.
So you meet people on
Then
what?
online.
And now tell your jokes.
I am Lisa. Knock knock.
When I make people.
Knock knock. Who's there? E. Shan who? Ishan. Hi, I'm Ishan. And I make people laugh. Knock knock. Who's there? Yeah, who? Nothing. I use Google. Nothing. I use Google. No, I use. Nothing. I use Google.
Okay, tell the next one.
Okay, Google. Knock knock. Who's there? Where? Who? What are you doing? I just asked you. Knock knock. Who's there? Where? Yourself. Who? So your cell phone is ringing. Pick it up. And but thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah, say thank you.
thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ishan. We can definitely agree. Okay, Google helps us in a lot of stuff. Now, next up, we have Mokshita, and we will wait for our judges until they're done writing their notes down.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Me too, Banu here. Well done, Ishan. You've done a great job.
Yeah, good job.
Is Mokshita? Oh, there you go. And sorry to interrupt. We can't hear your voice. Yes. Next, let's have Pancho B. Pancho B. Do we have Pancho here?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you may start.
So technology is amazing. Without it, we would not be able to do many things easily. It has influenced humans a lot in a good way. We use this technology multiple times every day without realizing it. something as simple as food would have needed technology. To make food, you have to heat it up with something such as a microwave, oven, or stove, or something that helps heat up food. Most things that heat up food are pieces of technology. If you did not use technology to heat food, then you would have to use something such as a fire. And fire is dangerous, and it is hard to make without technology. Technology has also advanced to the level where even little kids can make food. The invention of the Rotimatic has helped little kids make food with just a few clicks on the screen. You would also not be able to drive a car without technology, because a car engine is a piece of technology. If before technology was advanced to the level of cars, people had to walk to the places where they had to go, and walking took a long time. They also used things such as carriages or horses to go to places. Technology has also advanced to the level of in cars that people can just make the navigation turn on, and a car can just drive you to the place where the navigation is on. The only car that I know that can do that is a Tesla. You would also not have clean water without technology, because a water filter is a piece of technology. If you did not have a water filter in your house, then you would be drinking dirty water, and dirty water can make you sick, and it can even be very dangerous sometimes. One type of communication that has advanced a lot for technology is communicating through writing, because some time ago, when there was no such thing as cell phones, the only way we could communicate writing was writing a letter and posting it, which took some time. And you also had to wait for the letter to come back, which also took some time. But now we have things such as cell phones, which can just help us call people. And calling can be like talking to someone without physically being there. And cell phones also have a texting app, which can help you communicate without writing a letter. You would just have to write your text on the phone and just send it, and it would take a few seconds to reach. A few years ago, we in that could have a level where we could go to school. But now the COVID pandemic has proved that technology technology is very powerful. The Pragnya events has also created a virtual summer camp where kids can learn things and be entertained during the summer. Sometimes technology can be used too much, and it can be very bad for people, and people can become addicted to it. It can also be
Thank you, Pancho. Now we realize how much we use technology around us all day around. All right, now we give our judges a few seconds to write down any notes needed, and our next participant is Rishabh.
I think Mokshita said she is ready to go.
Oh, she is? All right, sounds good. Mokshita, you may go next.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, can I start?
Yes, go ahead.
It's hard to imagine how people could have lived without technology. Nowadays, technology is everywhere we go, from TVs, phones, computers, to microwaves, refrigerators, and toasters. Technology is really everywhere. Hi, my name is Mokshita and I'm in 6th grade. Today, I'm going to talk about how technology affects and influences our lives. As a 6th grader, I can't imagine going to school with huge textbooks for each and every class and carrying that backpack everywhere I go. Instead, I have my Chromebook with all my lessons inside, from English to math to science. Everything is stuffed inside that one Chromebook. Do you remember when people had to write on paper with a pen, put it in an envelope, and send it to someone if they wanted to say something? And then you had to wait a few days for that letter to reach that person, and wait even longer for that person to write you back. Back then, people had to send letters. Now we have phones where we can text in less than a second. And technology has changed kids a lot as well. Before video games were invented, parents had to drag their kids inside for dinner. While now, with video games, parents are begging their kids to go outside. Oh, and shopping. Before the internet, the Amazon was just a river, and now more than 197 million people get on their devices to visit Amazon.com each month. Even though, thanks to technology, we have cars, we still decide to shop online. And we have airplanes as well, where we can go anywhere in the world we'd like. Before cars were invented, people had to learn to ride on a horse. Of course, you still have to be a certain age and learn to drive, but it's easier. Just turn your phone on, open it, and go wherever you want. Before the phone and the Google Maps, people had huge paper, and if you didn't know how to go someplace, you had to ask someone nearby. With the phone in our hand all the time, entertainment and learning new skills is so much easier. Back then, you would have to wait till your favorite channel came on the TV, and then wait a week for the new episode to arrive. And music, it would only play on radios. Now we can watch and listen to whatever we want, whenever we want. To learn new skills, people had to learn from professionals. Now we can learn from professionals through a little screen. If kids had a question about a subject or really anything, they would have to go to the library, pick out a book, and read the information. Now you can pick up your phone and Google search for the answers. Whereas adults, they had to wait till they got their newspapers every day. But now, for the second something big happens, the whole world gets a notification on their phone. After hearing everything I said, you might think technology is amazing, and of course it is. But what about social media and such? They're great too, but sometimes they're an addiction. Our brains release a neurotransmitter associated with addiction and pleasure called dopamine. For example, let's say you're doing homework and you open your phone to calculate something or send a text or really do whatever. Your brain releases dopamine associated with the pleasure center of our brain. This release of dopamine feels good and we want more of it. And now guess what? You're on your phone and it's been an hour. And sometimes you might go on your phone to watch something before you go to sleep. And you put your phone down, but you can't go to sleep. And that's because your phone shines a blue light, which makes it hard to go to sleep. I know social media can be harmful, but this is only a small part of what I said. It's only a small part. And I'm certainly not saying you shouldn't use social media at all, but because that would make me a hypocrite. But instead, you should have a limit of using your cell phone and be grateful for having technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Mokshita. We will give, and definitely technology is getting used more and more over the years compared to the past. Now we will give our judges a few seconds to write down their notes, and Nefti will be going next.
Yeah,
Me too.
All right, sounds good. All right, you may start.
My name is Nabi, and today I'm gonna tell you about how technology advances influence us. How, when, where, why? Just so many questions. Let me clear things up for you. So, first I'm gonna discuss about the security cameras. So, security cameras are very important because you could watch your house from anywhere. Just go on your phone and you will know what's happening inside your house. Second is the pedometer. The pedometer can track your steps, your miles, and even your heartbeat. You just have to download the app in your phone or your watch. Easy, right? Well, next I'm going to talk about is Zoom and Google Meet. They have been a big part in our COVID-19. So, it helps you with school and other classes. Next is AI Tesla. They're self-driving cars that will relax you in your little drive, wherever you have to go. Next is phones, iPads, laptops, all these electronics. They give you technology and they'll help you in your daily life. Next is next is drones. So drones can deliver things to people's homes. And next thing I'm going to discuss is AI and VR are technologies that help doctors that will that do remote operations. Technology is all good when you use it the right way. When you go to the wrong direction, it starts turning around. I would like to say a famous quote. Well, the quote is, technology is like a useful servant, but it is also a dangerous master. Well, I would like to say that one thing is for sure. Technology is best when you are all together in it. And Pragnya event is a big example for this. I would like to end my speech with my last quote. My last quote is, technology does not have faith. People are the ones who have the faith. Thank you.
Very good, Navdi. I mean, your modulation and all the gestures and the entire body language is very good.
Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Navdi. We will give the judges a few seconds to write down their notes. And our next contestant will be Rishabh.
Yeah, all good from my side. Good job, Navdeep. You've done it brilliantly.
Hi, everybody. Can I start?
Are we good to go, judges?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, yes, Rishabh, you may start.
Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to tell you how. Okay. Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to tell you how does technology influence advances us. Technology influences almost all aspects of today's life. It impacts social media, transportations, businesses, and much, etc. Let's take the education system first. Now, there's a lot of resources that are available online, Google, Amazon Kindle, Khan Academy, and etc. You can do online classes from Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Skype, and and etc. For example, if you want to do Hindustani music class, you can take it from here in USA. I take a lot of online class from India. In transportation, there's a battery operated car. There's a lot of sensors in it. And this year, NASA scientists went to Mars by spacecraft. In e-commerce, technology has advanced a lot. You can buy almost everything online. Amazon.com and Walmart.com are the biggest e-commerce site. So in social networking, you use technology to contact your friends and friends and family, and then you can then, for example, I use WhatsApp and Facebook to talk to my grandma and grandpa. Technology has made our life much better. It made it easier communications travel smooth, and I'm the biggest fan of technology, so I hope you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishabh. I am definitely a big fan of technology too. Thank you so much for your wonderful speech. We will give judges a few seconds to write down their notes, and our next participant is Rutvik.
Yep, me too.
All right. You may start, Rutvik.
Hello, my name is Rutvik, and today I'll explain how technological advances influence us. Technological advances make the world much smaller. People from anywhere can connect and work together. Technological advances mean a change in a way a product or service is produced or delivered. Technological advances influence us by making our life much easier. Before, we could only use a phone for calling. Now that technology advanced, we can use a phone. Technology advanced, the phone has turned into a smartphone, which can be used for much more. In the smartphone, we can take photos, videos, and we can also have better communication, such as video calling, where you can see the other person's face. In the smartphone, you can also download apps such as online banking apps, online shopping, and the GPS. These are just some of the apps. There are much more apps that you can download. In general, people would have to go to the store to do shopping. Now that technology advanced, people can do online shopping at home. Especially during the pandemic, a lot of people have been doing online shopping. Even me and my family have been doing online shopping during the pandemic. Internet used to be very slow when it was first invented. After technology advanced, internet, the new 5G network came out, and it is very fast. Downloading a movie would take seconds, and the movie would be in perfect quality. And in general, if people wanted to attend a meeting or go to work, they would have to travel from one place to another. But now the technology advanced, people can attend their meeting virtually through Zoom, Google Meet, or Microsoft Teams. Just like that, students have been doing online learning during the pandemic from the past year. Before a car, you had to do manual driving in a car. But now the technology advanced, their autopilot came, which is basically the car driving by itself without any manual intervention. All the examples I've just said are the good influences. Now it's time for the other side. Even the technology advances has helped us communicate with people around the world. It's not letting us communicate with the people close to us. People are getting so addicted to technology that they're not giving time for family. People are using technology for everything, even small calculations like 5 times 5. And then again, there are bad people who use technology advances in a bad way. There are hackers and terrorists who use technology in a wrong way. Recently, a hacker hacked the oil pipelines and asked money. ask money for it. Finally, if we use these technology advances in the right way, our lives and country will become superpowered. Otherwise, it will affect our relationships and cause health problems. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Ritik, for the wonderful speech. You gave so many pros and cons and a great conclusion. Thank you so much. We will be giving our judges a few seconds to write down their notes. And until then, our next contestant is Sanvi.
Yeah, I'm
Great job, Rutvik. And yes, I'm good from my side as well.
Thank you. Do you have, there you go. Sanvi, you may start.
Hello everyone, my name is Sanvi. I'm 10 years old and I'm in 6th grade. Today I'll be talking about how technology advances influence us. While sitting on your couch watching on a 65-inch TV, you wonder, what's upstairs in your square-like attic right above you? So you get up, turn off the TV, and rush upstairs excited to see what's in store. To get up, you're walking forward, and you find this big, bulky, squared object you have never seen before. 5 long minutes of hard thinking passed, and you realize it's not just some weird object that you have never seen before that's in your very own house. It's an old TV with a screen smaller than your iPad Pro. It's amazing, right? You're fascinated on how much technology has improved from the past to the present. And we're not just talking about TVs that have improved, we're talking about computers, cars, printers, refrigerators, and cars. If I repeated anything, sorry about that. But now the real question is not about the past, the present, but about the future technology. You're wondering now, what does the future technology will do to influence our lives? First, you need to know what's technology. Technology is a scientific tool or device that results in helping human lives. First, we're going to talk about robots. Robots are going to evolve and become like they'll be able to walk, they'll be able to hold things, they'll be able to do most things that humans can do. They'll take over all human labor jobs like taxi drivers, janitors, waiter or waitresses, receptionists, etc. But you might be thinking, Sanvi, if robots take over all human labor jobs, then how's that really helping? Because, well, if robots take over all human labor jobs, then that's just reducing job availability, and that's not helping at all. Well, there's some truth to that, but if you think a little harder and a little deeper, you're going to realize that it's not quite true. Because once more robots are created, the more technology-based jobs will appear. But don't think that robots are just going to be fully independent. Anytime they can turn against us, or they can just malfunction at any time. People still need to watch them. So if you want just a side job, or something, you just want a side job while you're just studying in college to help pay your tuition or your like college fees or whatever you want to do, you can just get that side job. So basically you're losing jobs, but you're getting jobs back in a different form. Now we're going to talk about self-driving cars. Self-driving cars, they already exist, but their prices are really high and the production is like really low. But in the future, that's going to switch. So the production is going to be high. So there's going to be a lot of self-driving cars everywhere, and the prices are going to like decrease a lot. But how is that important? Well, self-driving cars reduce accidents by 7%, and those with automatic braking systems can reduce accidents by 14 to 15%. So safety will increase. Also, the travel time it takes will be reduced by a whopping 40%. So now people will have more time to make better decisions and they won't be rushed to make good decisions. Thank you so much for listening to my speech. This is my point of view of how technology advances influence us. And please have a good rest of your day. And thank you for sticking around listening to the speech. Thanks.
Thank you, Sanvi. That was a wonderful speech. And just thinking about there might be robots in the future are mixed expressions at once. Now we will give our judges if you, oh, go ahead.
Great speech, Sanvi, and let's hope the robots that we create don't turn against us. I'm good from my end.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, and then our next participant is Shinchon. You may begin.
Okay. Hello everybody, my name is Shinchon. Today I'll talk about how technology advances influence us. The internet. From messaging birds to instant emails, technology has a lot to offer and one of it might be the internet. I'm sure a lot of you play games, make games, email and work on the internet. These are all done by multiple instances of code. For example, games may run on Lua code, C, C++, C#, or Python. And while YouTube and other websites like Gmail may run on HTML, JavaScript, and some cases Adobe Flash. It's really useful to do quick messages to friends or family or to cure boredom with simply digital games. Satellites. Communication and navigation are all run by specific satellites that roam across the Earth's orbit. Have you ever got lost somewhere? I'm sure you got your handy dandy phone and just made your way to your destination using Google Maps. If so, that Google Map is controlled by a specific satellite that also roams across Earth's orbit. But isn't any plain old satellite. It has a special camera and GPS system so we can see our wonderful planet and track it. Another interesting fact is black hole and miscellaneous deep space objects are all discovered by the famous NASA, the Hubble Space Telescope. And the interesting part about it is it can see up to a whopping 10 to 15 billion light years. That's very far. Medical technology. In the past, we had so much diseases like heart diseases, smallpox, and also more diseases. But now, medical technology can do anything to heart surgeries, plastic science, and also vaccines. And I know a lot of you might be thinking, then Shinchon, why isn't Corona going away with all of these technology? The answer is our community isn't working hard enough like they were. The vaccine was created in 10 months. The Moderna Pfizer vaccine was created in less than 10 months. But we need that cooperation again, so we can get rid of Delta variant and we can return to our normal lives. And finally, transportation. Transportation plays a big role of humanity, and some companies like these are exploding with new ideas. For example, the Boeing company, and yes, the company's name is that, is making a car highway so traffic isn't possible anymore. And also other companies like SpaceX have two goals. One is making space transportation a reality, and the other one is making Mars and Moon colonized. It's really amazing to see these companies make their dreams come true. Conclusion. The internet, satellites, medical technology, transportation, these all are very cool stuff. And an interesting fact is in the Zoom meeting I am talking right now, that is a part of technology, more specifically the internet. It's really cool to see how big things and small things help us so much. Thank you for listening, and thanks for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Shinchon. Love the confidence and everything. And there were technology has just escalated to such a high position. Now to the judges, we will give you a few seconds and please let us know once you're done.
Shinkon, the delivery was excellent. I mean, the way your entire body language, the delivery, the content was very good.
Shinchan, like the other said, great speech, and you really raised an important point about being responsible. It's not just technology advances that's helping human race, it's also the responsibility as a human that you do towards your community that matters. Great points, Shinchan, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. And our next contestant is Siddharth. Do we have Siddharth Pallavi on here? All right, let's move on to our next contestant, Sparsha.
I'm here.
All right, you may get started.
What about Soham? Is Soham not on the list?
Yes, it will be coming next.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How does technological advancements affect us? If you're a parent, you might be saying that technology has made your kids lazy. A kid like myself would say that no matter how many hours we're in front of the screen, we will always be entertained. Whether you say it's hours of entertainment or making the new generation lazy, technology is all around us, and it will always affect our lifestyle. Today, we're going to be diving deep into the good, the bad, and the messy of technological advancement. What is the definition of technology? When technology comes to mind, most people think about phones, computers, and other devices that can somehow access the internet. The true meaning of technology is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes. In simpler words, science used to make your life easier. With this in mind, many people might ask, doesn't that make all technology good? Well, yes, to a certain extent. Let's talk about all the good things on technological advancements. It was 1997. Scientists had predicted huge famine, wiping out half the human race. We were on the brink of extinction. Wait, that didn't happen. Did the scientists lie to us? No, the scientists didn't lie. They just didn't accommodate space for technological advancements. Thanks to Norman Borlaug and his innovation, we were able to quadruple our food production, saving over 60 million lives. But though I hate to say it, technology also has its downs. Let's talk about the bad part of tech. Before everyone had a phone, if you were bullied, it was usually done at school. 20% of students have been bullied at school. Though that is horrible, let me introduce you to something much, much worse. Cyberbullying. Random people on the internet could be bothering you regardless of where you live and can contact you at any time. Did you know that over 60% of teenagers have reported being victims of cyberbullying? Because all the people who cyberbully are anonymous, it's very hard to be able to report them to the authorities. But if you can find the user, it is quite easy because the internet is awesome at spreading information. But what if I tell you that the information that we have on the internet might not fully be true? Now that's messy. Fake news. Recently, there have been videos of Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, giving speeches. But instead of giving the original speech, people have edited the video to make her seem very sleepy and unenthusiastic in her speeches. This makes you wonder, how many things on the internet are actually true? In conclusion, neither the adults nor the kids are correct. Technology has saved the human race, but has also led to cyberbullying. And on top of all of that, the spreading of fake news is much easier to go around. But the most important thing to do is to live your life in moderation. No, I'm not saying never play your video games. This is a very pro video game environment. But what I am saying is if you're going to play your video game for 1 hour, make sure you do something productive for 1 hour. Same thing goes for parents. If you're in front of your screen going to meetings for 3 hours, make sure you do something fun for 3 hours. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you
good.
Thank you so much, Sparsha. Definitely amazing when you search something on Google. There's so many links. You never know which one's the right news. And are the judges ready to go to the next participant?
Sparsha, that's a great speech. I think as a parent myself, I'll take away this point that if I'm spending 3 hours on work, I'll have to take time, the same amount of time to spend with family as well. Great point, Sparsha.
Thank you, judges. Our next participant is Soham.
Hello, everyone. My name is Soham Latero. In today's speech, I'll be informing you guys on how technology advancement is influencing us. Technology. What do you visualize when you hear the word technology? Phones, computers, iPads? Yeah, these are considered technology, but there's also another meaning which doesn't involve electronics or screens. For example, people have developed lawnmowers, vacuums, and microwaves. Think about this. Before vacuums were invented, people used brooms to sweep their houses, right? This could have caused physical strain, lots of efforts, and time. Nowadays, people use automated vacuum cleaners. This requires no effort, and it only takes a couple of seconds to make it start. Technology has also advanced in the medical area. To give an example, approximately 160 to 210K people died a year from the flu. Today, because of medical advancement, only a few thousand from influenza a year. Now that it's super advanced, the COVID vaccine took a record of 1 to 2 years to be developed. Usually vaccines take 10 to 15 years of development. Crazy, right? Technology has also affected us in the travel industry. It has influenced us by making travel easier, affordable, and safer. People have invented eco-friendly cars like the Tesla, which run on electricity, and that is helping the environment. People have also invented spaceships and rovers. They use these spaceships so humans can go to different areas in space, like the moon. And they use the rovers to go to places where humans can't go right now. Technology has a lot of benefits. However, there are some downsides to it. For example, in the factory complexes, people have been creating machines that are more efficient than people doing the specific job. Okay, Soham, how is that bad? We're getting items more efficiently, right? Yeah, but the problem is people have been losing jobs to machines. Who's gonna pay the food for your family? Who's gonna pay the rent for your house? Soham, that's not the problem. People can just find a different job with the same amount of pay. Now that's where you're wrong. In the 1960s, robots were taking over jobs. If you did not have a job in a factory, it was very hard to find another job with better pay or the same pay. According to HBR, Harvard Business Review, on paragraph 3, it says robots have already started taking over jobs. Unless you're a factory worker, in which case you can get over $5 an hour, you won't be getting the same money as you used to. Everything is going to be okay unless everything is going to be terrible. An extra example is the increase in fraud due to online banking methods. There were nearly 1.4 million reported cases of identity theft in 2020, with nearly 1/3 of those have been victims of identity theft before. And as technology develops, there are also some flaws. I can support this claim because according to HBR, identity theft increased 53% from 2019 to 2020. In conclusion, technology is advancing in the right direction. It has made a lot of huge gains, but it has also made some losses. It made a lot of things possible, but it depends on us for how we use it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Sam, for the wonderful speech. And yes, definitely, there's so many pros, cons, goods, bads about technology that you never know if technology is destroying or helping our world. Thank you. Now we give time for our judges to write down their notes. And our next contestant will be Srishti.
Soham, you've done a great job with your speech. I think you've given a lot of facts about the losses and gains with the advancement of technology. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank
Soham, you have a fantastic voice.
Thank you.
Are we good to go, judges? All right. Sounds good. Go ahead, Srishti.
Hi, my name is Srishti and I'm 10 years old. I'm here today to talk about how technology has influenced us and our lifestyle. Think about our grandparents' generation. They did not depend on technology on a daily basis. What I can't imagine is how they survived without a refrigerator in their house. Where did they store ice cream and leftover food? How did they survive without a TV or a car? Now, let's move on to the next generation, our parents' generation. They had refrigerators and TVs, but no cell phones. Instead, they had to make calls from public telephone booths. Oh, and they had no Google. Can you imagine that? How did they finish college without Google? I'll tell you one more shocking thing I heard. My relative living in the US would write letters to India. Do you want to guess how long it took for her letters to reach India? 11 days. Yes, 11 days. I am so glad we now live in the world of unlimited talk time on the phone and unlimited internet. Technology has advanced so much and has a positive influence on the quality of life. My grandparents are just one quick phone call away. On my birthday, they get to see me cut my birthday cake and celebrate with me over a video call. They don't have to wait 11 days to receive my birthday photos. Another thing that has continuously evolved is cars. There's no end to the progression in car designs, models, and features. Earlier, people were driving around in manual cars with the help of paper maps. Now, we have self-driving cars with sleek models and built-in GPS. Speaking of cars makes me think of how they have influenced our lifestyle, not only in terms of ease of transportation, but also how they have influenced how we build our houses, roads, and other buildings. Earlier, houses never had a garage. When more people started owning cars, architects added carports and garages to accommodate parking. It influenced how roads and freeways were designed. Buildings started including basement and terrace parking. As the saying goes, necessity is the mother of all inventions. Looking at examples like this, I wonder if people make technology or technology makes people. Especially now, in the pandemic, we all heavily relied on technology. We were able to survive the lockdown comfortably thanks to the availability of online shopping, door delivery, online school, and 24/7 access to media and entertainment on the TV. In conclusion, I would like to say that technology has affected almost every single aspect of the 21st century life, from ease of transportation to healthcare, from socializing to productivity. If it is not misused, it can continue to be a constant game changer. Thank you.
Thank you, Shristi, for the wonderful speech. Amazing examples, and the way you said it was really amazing and gave more in-depth information with the in-depth information. Thank you so much. And we will now give our judges their time to write down their notes. And our next contestant will be Suhani.
Shrishti, thanks for reminding that we belong to a generation where we didn't have Google and we had to rely on a lot of books. But that's other than that, you have very interesting points to bring on board. You smashed it. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm good. Good job, Sri.
Should I start?
Yes, you may go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name is Suhani, and today I'm going to be talking about how does technology advancements influence us. Hey, can you turn on the lights? Technology advancements have influenced us in many ways. We do a lot of things online, and we use electricity every day, along with a lot of other tech advancements. Almost every day, we use an electronic device such as a phone, iPad, computer, or even a TV. A long time ago, people didn't have phones or any other type of electronic devices. They used to send letters as a way to communicate. Now we mostly call and text, not send letters. We can also connect to anyone, anytime, anywhere now because of technology. I have a lot of family in India, and I can't go there every day to talk to them, so I can just call them and see them that way. Before phones were created, there was no such thing as social media, and now social media is a huge thing. That is one way how technology advancements has influenced us. And did you know that the first iPhone was created in 2007? Another technology advancement is electricity. How would we live today without electricity? Before it was invented, people used to have lanterns with fires for light, but out and they had to relight it. But now all we have to do is click a switch and the light turns on for as long as we want, thanks to Thomas Edison for creating the light bulb. Now let's think about digital money. These days, especially in the pandemic, you can order anything you want online and also pay for it online. Before shopping and paying online was a thing, people had to go in person to get what they wanted and pay for it. We still go in person, but if any case or in any emergency you can't go, you can just relax and sit on the couch and order something from Amazon and pay for it using a credit card online. Another way that technology advancements have helped and influenced us is the GPS. We can use the GPS or the Maps app to help us know the route to wherever we're going. We can also know how long and how much traffic there will be on the way because of this tech advancement. The app Weather is also a very helpful tech advancement. If you want to go on a trip to somewhere like Hawaii, you can find out whether it's going to be warm and sunny or for some reason cold and cloudy because of the tech devices created to find out the weather, and so you can see it on the weather app. But technology advancements haven't only influenced us in a good way. We use Soma screen now, and back then there was no such thing as a screen. As more types of tech advances were invented, such as more apps, people became more addicted to it. Yet another way that technology has influenced us. People nowadays also have too much dependency on new technology, which isn't good. We have our personal private information saved on our phones, but what if one day it gets stolen by hackers? Also, because of the pandemic, a lot of people are now doing work from home, which is fully online. They have a lot of info online and all of their work and projects. That's basically today's work days for people who are in jobs where they have to use a computer, such as a software engineer or an architect. They hold meetings online on Zoom and many other different communication apps. But what if the internet suddenly just goes down? How would they attend work and focus on all of their projects? Another way that tech advancements have influenced us. In conclusion, there are pros and cons about technological advances. Sometimes tech advances might not be so good for you, but I can't imagine living without others, such as electricity and electronics. Thank you.
Thank you, Suhani. During that speech made us realize how much good we use technology for and how much bad it can be used in. Thank you so much. We will give our judges a few seconds to write down their notes. And our next participant is Varuni.
I'm good.
Do we have Varuni Shastri on here? It seems not, but there was one participant before who did not go. But do we have Siddharth Pallavi on here? I guess not. Thank you so much, Erin, for your wonderful speeches. Would the judges like to give feedback?
I think all the contestants have done a brilliant job with, speaking about a topic I think that they live in on a daily basis. I think that age, I wouldn't have done what they've done it so brilliantly. And quite a few contestants had brought up very, what should I say, very good points like cyberbullying. There were pros and cons that were put forward well by all of them. And I should say they are all geniuses.
One thing I really want to call out as a commonality across all the contestants is, the confidence. I mean, it literally shone through, and a lot of preparation went into it. So I really must appreciate all the contestants for taking the time out. And in fact, most of the contestants, the way they spoke, it kind of showed a lot of maturity for their age. At that age, I must really say that, I was actually eating mud. So, and eating mud, and also maybe writing with chalk. So I just have to say that I'm really very proud, and I'm also regretting. I feel like I spent a lot of my childhood chasing butterflies, but really fantastic job. I really, it doesn't matter who wins, right? A lot of preparation, a lot of time spent is really what matters. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't agree more with Reva. I think irrespective of what the end result is going to be, everyone is a winner in the contest. Participation is what matters a lot. Yeah, and I think that's all I have to